Okay, so let's begin our session on calculations. Uh, so I have a couple of exercises for puzzles. So this is the first one that we are going to practice. So first we are going to look at the candidate moves. So candidate move is the first move that I like. Before moving on, I try to look out that what is the first move that I am going to play, and then I am going to calculate that variation. For example, my possible candidate, like one of the possible candidate in this position is bishop cross g7.
Bishop takes g7.
Let me turn off the volume so that we can discuss it on our own. And when I play bishop cross g7, I have two moves, two responses from black. One is bishop cross g7, but actually I see a tactic here. I can simply take up the queen, and the position is one for me. So black cannot respond with bishop cross c7, but there is another response that we can expect from black, and that is rook cross g7, attacking my queen at the same time. So this is like the most favorable version. Not sure if there are multiple responses, but now since my rook is gone, I can play rook cross g7. Okay, I can take up this rook, threatening mate, and now he has to take up my queen. I can simply take his queen. I think this version is also favorable, as I am dealing with double threat here, but he has a response bishop g7 protecting his knight, and then he's coming on to g8, but g8 cannot come to g8 because of rook cross g3. If I were to play some move, he cannot come king g8 because of this check, and he cannot take my rook. So the version is fine, but I don't think, although I'm exchange up, but I would bond some more material. Let's try something else. So instead of bishop cross g7, we can try other variation. I don't think queen cross g8 is anything, because he can simply take with knight. I don't think there is any threat that I can make after this. So queen cross g8 can be eliminated. There is one move, queen cross g7, which I can think is nothing after bishop cross g7. And if I were to play bishop cross g7, he can play rook cross g7. Now my threat of rook cross g7 can be met by king cross g7, so I don't think queen cross g7 is even working. What about queen cross queen? Because now bishop cross e7 is forced, and after I take up the rook on g8, he cannot play knight cross g8 because of this mate, so he has to play king cross g8, and now I have this move, rook cross g8, and even bishop cross g7 could come up, and he cannot move to h8 because the bishop is hanging. He has to come to f8. Now we can take on s7 with a check. He has to come to e8. So this position is quite better, like we have 1-2 pawns. Still nothing too much concrete, but this version feels fine. I'm not sure if there's a mate here. although this position was coming up, like even after bishop cross g7, rook cross g7, and rook cross g7, I think he had an intermediate move rook cross a8, but now I can come back to g1, like going to e1 and rook to e1, rook to g1, coming back. There's no much threat, so I think that version suffices. So yeah, I think that's the second puzzle. So queen cross, I think it's e7 is sufficient to give advantage. Let's go on with the next puzzle. Here we have black to move. We haven't played black to move. Here we have black to move. The first okay, so we didn't change actually black to move here. That's why it's not showing up. Okay, now it's black to move. Okay, so I can think about taking this guy at c8, and after queen cross c8, well, I think I found a tactical solution by other move order. We can take rook on e2, and after white responds with rook cross e2, we can play over knight to d2 with a check, and now his king has two possibilities, either a2 or a1, and both resulting in an instant mate. Because after this, if he were to move his queen to a7, we come out and give him checkmate. So rook cross e2 is the tactical solution to our third puzzle. Queen cross e2. And now our fourth puzzle. I think I missed the first one. And here again black is to move. Let's go into calculation variation. Let's give over some time, like calculate the variations properly. So there is an order to this madness. There is a term called CCTP, check, capture, threat, and pawn break. You calculate check first, and if there are no checks, you try to calculate captures, and if no capture is there, you try to calculate threat, and if there is no threat, then you see pawn breaks. So let's, for example, let's see if my first candidate is knight to f3, that is a check because that's the only check that is possible in this position. We can expect him to take with the queen. I don't think there's any follow-up possible to this move. So knight to f3 is not a good position. Like the good solution, and no other check is there. Now we start seeing captures. I see one capture there, one meaningful capture. It is knight taking d3, and after rook cross d3, I don't see any proper follow to the position. Okay, let me just. It's black to move only. So we are moving. We are checking knight cross d3 and queen cross d3. I'm trying to look like if there is any good move present for black. Actually, I'm also thinking about on the lines of pushing b5, because the knight has very less squares to go to. He can only go here. I'm trying to look for some, like, there has to be some tactical solution, but we'll try to go methodologically in a way. And there are many moves that comes to mind. This takes, and then b5, but it's still coming here. Actually, we cannot push b5 now, because instead of this, the queen can actually take b5. Okay, let's try to look for more some. I was thinking about knight plus b3, but we have bishop. This move might actually not work because after this, like knight plus c4, if it's going to take a8, I'm gonna take it queen, and I'm up a pawn with winning two minor pieces for a rook. This would be good. Actually, I can take this pawn. I don't think there's any better move. This move order seems better. Although, like after knight cross d5, white has the method of pinning the pawn back, rook cross s7, and after say, okay, knight king cross d7, we throw in queen to d5 with attack on the rook, but it's already protected, and now this rook is having double attack. We cannot take. So this is a bad move now, apparently. So I see a better move now, like I was unable to see it before. We have knight cross d3, queen cross d3, and now I have this move. Rook to e4, a centralizing move and a double attack. Importance is this double attack. So this will be the solution. Rook, knight cross d3, queen cross d3, and rook to e4. You see, it's a double attack. No way, because one is in white and one is in black. Bishop can never protect, like dark colored bishop cannot ever protect the knight on light square, and since the knight is on light square, next square jumping would be dark, and it cannot protect the dark then, and queen of course cannot protect two different squares at the same time unless it comes in the same rank, and it cannot come there. So here white will lose one piece. And finally, the last puzzle, puzzle number 1 that we feel we missed at the first go. Let's quickly set up. Okay, So the first candidate move that's quickly come to my mind is rook cross d3, and to this black must respond with rook cross d3. I cannot take queen cross d3 because of queen cross d3, and I am down. In exchange, he's having queen for rook. He's clearly winning. I cannot play this move. Another variation that comes to mind is queen cross d3, but he again has this move rook cross d3, and again I am down the queen for a rook. I don't think rook cross rook to h1 poses any threat because my queen is quite blocked and the king is quite protected with the bishop and the two pawns. Oh, I see one good move here. I think rook to d1 should do it. And the point is, if rook cross e3, I have an in-between move, the Zhuishan Zouk, rook cross d8 with a check, and once he address the check, I will take the rook. So I am up a piece now. You can see, up a complete rook. However, if so, he cannot take him that. If he were to like take my rook on d1, the point is the black is pinned to his queen. We can take the queen, so he cannot take the rook on d1. And else, if he tries to make a move like rook to d2, we can simply take the rook on d2. Given we have two attackers there, knight and the queen. Now, if he were to take with his rook, we will simply take with the queen, and we'll see it in the resulting position we are up a rook. I think rook to d1 is the tactical solution to this puzzle. Yeah, that must be all.